Story time on when my aunt's baby's dad sexually harassed me, and I never told anybody about it. Well, I told two people, my man and my sister. Um, so this story takes place back when I was in like seventh, eighth grade. I don't really remember which one, but I know I was in middle school for sure. Um, this happened when my aunt, my brother, and my aunt's baby dad all worked at a pizzeria. And during that time, I would go with them to work, and I would go with whoever delivered the pizza just to, you know, go for the ride. So one day, I'm at at the job with them, and my aunt's boyfriend at the time, her baby's dad, um, he is the one delivering pizzas that day. So we go, and we're actually going to a halfway house to deliver this pizza. So we're on the way, and on the way there, out of nowhere, he just pulls out his, yeah. So he pulls it out, and he like starts to stroke it a little bit, and he, I'm trying not, like at first I didn't realize until I looked to the side, and yeah. So he tells me like, look, and then he's like, touch it, and I'm like, nah. Then he's like, I felt awkward, like this is my uncle. Like this is my uncle. So I felt awkward. So then he's like, don't tell nobody, um, whatever, stuff like that. I didn't tell nobody. I don't know why. I was scared to say anything, but I just didn't tell nobody. So, um, once we get to the halfway house, he gets out of the car, and he goes in, he delivers the pizza, he comes back out, and when we drive away, he wastes no time, like zero time, to whip it back out and do the same thing. Um, he tried to reach from what he did grab my hand and try to make me touch it, but I refused. We fought, and once we got back to the pizzeria, I did not go on no more deliveries with him. Not that day, not the next day, never again. I felt weird. This is my uncle who. My uncle showed me his private part, and that was life changing for me. That was very life changing for me. And he tells me, don't have sex. Don't have sex with, nobody. It's not good. Da 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 da. And meanwhile, you're telling me this with your private part visible to me. And it was just weird. I mean, like, it was weird. I felt awkward. I felt disgusted. I don't know. Nothing happened, but it was still very traumatic for me in a way. And I'm not gonna say his name, of course, and I'm just getting right to the point. Um, those, I've never said anything to anyone in my family except for my man and my sister. So when my family sees this, they're gonna be upset, but you know, um, if they put two and two together, they'll know exactly who I'm talking about, because if you know, you know. So yeah, that was just a short little story time on the time that my aunt's baby dad sexually harassed me. Straight to the point. I don't want to get emotional. I've been holding on to it for years. I talked about it last night for the very first time since it first happened, that I talked to my sister about it. And I got emotional, and I don't want to get emotional. No power over me. So, straight to the point, it is. Um, what brought it up for me was I was watching YouTube. I spend 99% of my time on YouTube. I was on YouTube and I was watching a video where women were talking about things that had happened to them when they were younger and they never spoke on it, and the impact that it had on their lives, and it brought it back up for me. That's something that I very much so put to the back of my mind ever since it happened, and it's not something that I think about because it's not a happy moment for me. It's not a happy time for me. It's very much traumatic, and I just, I don't know. Me watching YouTube last night brought it up and made me want to tell the story. Um, yeah, sorry. You know, I didn't say anything. I was scared. He told me not to say anything, and there was more, like a little more conversation in between. But like I said, I don't want to get emotional. I just wanted to put the story out there, talk about it, get it off my chest, um, for real. And and yeah, it did happen one other time to me, but that was not a family member. And I was already, 18, 19. I was just learning how to drive. Yeah. So that's my story on the time my aunt's baby dad sexually harassed me. And that's it.